Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akyam that are teaching this word. So this is Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So after Bible libel, Yahushai, Kamilas Kolo, Miss Hawi Kamilasu, and Miss Chariot Natu. So fire, Hawi, and Miss Chariot, Mr. Chariot Kamilasu, like a whirlwind. So it says like a whirlwind. So Buzahat Chariot Kamotiyam. It's Arasab a UFO you to Ginabhaki Chariot after Bible. So it says with his chariots like a whirlwind. So it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots. So Mr. Hawi and Mr. Chariot Kamilasu Yahushai Kamilas. It says, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So Kamilas Kola, Miss Hawi Kamilasu, Mr. Chariot, Mr. UFO, and Hawi. So Miss Hawi in the sub Hawi Karamomi. So with fire, you know, Mr. Hawi. So it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. So Miss Karanato and Mr. Hawi, Nukuluk Orbat Karmomu, you build the Bible. So it says, let me read it again. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. So Yahweh Shai Kamilas Kolo, Mr. Chariot Kamilasu, and Mr. Hawi and Ginibul. It says by his sword and for by fire and by his sword. So Mr. Hawi and Mr. Karanato. Okay? It says, will the Lord plead with all flesh. So Bzahatsab but Mskaro Karmomi and Mr. Hawinato. Okay? And then it says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So Buzahatsab Kamotiyam. After church you know, Jesus Christ for everybody. After church Nukulasab you no. After Bible Nabhaki Yahushai Kamilas Kolo, Buskaro and Mr. Hawi Kamilasu and Buzahatsab Kakatelu. Okay? So with that, I'm going to say, you know, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akyam that are teaching this word. Shalom.